will to dominate others is as old as humanity itself. From prehistoric times, power has always meant one thing: controlling land, resources, and the people. History moves in cycles. The conquered of one era could become the conqueror sometimes next. And right now in the Middle East, we may be watching the opening scenes of another one of those cycles. This time, the protagonists are Israel and Turkey. Both countries carry the weight of proud legacies. Israel remembers the glory of the ancient kingdoms of Israel and Judah, stretching back over 2,600 years. Turkey, for its part, draws on the legacy of the Ottoman Empire, a power that ruled the Middle East for over 4 centuries. Recent events in the region have reshuffled the geopolitical landscape. And those legacies aren't just history lessons anymore, they have become political fuel. Having said so, it is also true that Israel's actions are motivated more by the need to secure its borders in face of the Turkish neo-Ottoman expansionism. Before we go deeper, if you find today's topic worth exploring, hit the like button. It will encourage us to bring you better content on globalheadwinds.com. For decades, Middle East geopolitics has been dominated by Iran and its proxies, Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in the Lebanon, the Houthis in Yemen, and the Assad regime in Syria. But things have changed fast. Iran's military and its proxies have almost been decimated by Israel. Also, last December, Assad's regime has fallen to the pro-Turkish militant group after 14 years of civil war. This collapse has created a dangerous power vacuum in Syria. Into this Syrian vacuum, Turkey has stepped forward, bringing it face to face with Israel in ways never seen before. It must be remembered here that Turkey was the first Islamic nation to recognize Jewish Israel in 1915. But that was more of a strategic move to align with the West, join NATO, and move closer to Europe. Relations between the two stayed cordial until 2002, when Erdogan's Justice and Development Party took power. From then on, the relationship oscillated from being cooperative to utmost animosity. The low point came in 2010, when Israeli forces raided a Turkish-led Gaza Aid flotilla, killing 9 Turkish nationals. However, ties improved slightly in later years, but since Erdogan became president in 2014, relations have repeatedly soured. The most recent downturn came after the Hamas October 7, 2023 attack on Israel. Erdogan condemned the Israel's military response in Gaza, framing it within his neo-Ottoman vision, casting Turkey as the leader of the Sunni Muslim world. Much to the annoyance of the Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states that have normalized relations with Israel under the Abraham Accords. Meanwhile, Israel, seizing the moment, pushed forces deeper into southwest Syria to create a protective buffer around the Golan Heights. Turkey simultaneously began moving to establish military bases in Syria's home province, including T4 and the Palmyra Air Base. Israel responded with preemptive airstrikes, hitting those positions, escalating tensions further. On top of that, Erdogan's strong opposition to Israel's plan to annex Gaza could give him yet another reason to take a harder stance, maybe even deploy forces closer to the Israeli lines. Now, is war inevitable? Not quite. 2 factors keep a full-scale Turkey-Israel conflict in check. 1, neither side underestimates the other's military capabilities. And 2, the US and the European powers have deep ties to both nations and would likely step in before things spiral out of control. But there's a wild card: Russia. With Assad gone, Moscow has lost its warm water naval base at the Syrian port of Tartus. Right now, Russia is tied down in Ukraine. But once that war winds down, it may look for new opportunities in the Middle East. And that could make the Israel-Turkey dynamic far more unpredictable. Which of course brings us to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. We covered it in depth about a month ago, But with the Trump-Putin summit in Alaska shaking things up, our next episode will pivot back to that conflict. Until then, stay informed and stay curious.